This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search from my site. The following is my own text. It's directed to a specific person. And the link of this text was sent to that person. Dear my Indian tax pro amigo in Mumbai, thank you for your gracious reply, including an apology for your words that made me feel scolded. Your apology is accepted, though not necessary. To understand even better the sentiment of my 5 a.m. call and my feel scolded text, please try to read the following text with pleasure. I am a satisfied personal tax client. This text is pure. Instead, I'll speak of a very small part of national culture differences that has relevance to this 2016 startup, which includes me in an important role. I'll refer to 3 countries: Dominican Republic, India, Russia. When I ship DHL for a client to DR, and there is a problem with the shipment, each time I've only had to get the receiver in touch with the island DHL office and éxito. A DR person linked to a DR person is like the north and south poles of magnets. They connect naturally. From my experiment, the same is not true. From my experience, the same is not true with Indians and Russians. I've not had the same DHL situations with Russia and India. I have a long collection of chance observations that tells me the natural attraction and immediate cooperation between 2 DR people is much less immediate with Russians and Indians. Before you sense I'm saying DR is good and India and Russia are bad, please consider the negative of the island way. News that is now recent NYC history had 2 patients die in hospitals. Both were women whose cause of death was traced to a Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic specialty, and the same scam doctor who gave these women ass lifts. So bad, it's hard to believe they could sit on the plane to return to New York. But they managed to get to NYC hospitals where they died. These patients of the quack Santiago DR doctor gained the women's trust primarily because he was a paisano, which with Russians and Indians, paisano is not enough to instantly trust with one's ass. My point in telling this tragic DR story is to try to soften the reaction of any Russian or Indian who might read this text. Prejudgment of nationals are dangerous and can be offensive, but sometimes they can safely explain what is happening or what is not happening. Now I transition to my Chennai CEO amigo. I believe if the 2 of you were DR, then I would not have been calling your company's main number in a dark room this week at 5 a.m. Your link would have fused, and you would no longer need me to broker the deal. Please, I'm begging. I'll do anything. Por favor, don't read this as a complaint. There are a lot of Indians and Americans of Indian descent in my country, and yet I've been chosen over fellow Indians by my Chennai amigo. Awesome. Sincerely awesome. This Veterans Day morning, as the final business hours of the Indian week have just passed, I tap away at this text, making an additional attempt to link your text services with my Chennai CEO amigo. Even though I'll consider my efforts successful when the two of you no longer need me to hold your link together, I am not rushing this. With a high and getting higher anxiety, I need the two of you to be productive on our taxes. I need the two of you to prepare documents and satisfy the tax requirements of two countries. To me, it's a daunting task. I use the DHL-DR example as narrative color, yet DR-DHL example is not complex. Taxes for you and other tax pros around the globe are a career, but for the rest of us, taxes are a bitch. My Indian CEO amigo is talented, and his methodical thinking and good nature is collecting loyal company constituents in two countries, which makes me optimistic about the future. Yet as I self-assess the future, I see accidental underpayment of taxes to India, the U.S., or India and the U.S. as a possible threat. We sort of tried to do this without you by finding Abhishek of your company in Chennai, but he referred to Mumbai as the one place in your company that has the specialty skills we need. I forwarded your email to my Chennai amigo, and I look forward to advancing this exciting 2016 startup junto. Sincerely, Tom Duty. By the way, I once had reason to believe you were set off by my quirky blog method I use. This method is credited for me making a greater effort to express myself more thoroughly than I would if my audience was excluded to one person. Grazie for adapting. This has been Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao.